Yo, what's going on? Ugh. I was on my way home, and I have to cruise through the hood. The hood, yo. Don't know how to do any of that stuff. And there's one liquor store going through the hood that I always stop at on the way home. Very convenient. In my neighborhoods, they don't sell malt liquor at all, none. But when you go down to the hood, nobody even gives you a second look when you slap some 40s up on the counter. So I went in today for a 40, yo, and this one's Colt 45 malt liquor. The weird thing is, beer commercials now, they're completely different than the beer commercials in like the 70s and the 80s. If you notice when you look at beer commercials now, and they're a rarity, you don't see too many of them, other than like Dos Equis or some other malarkey like that. No one ever puts the beer bottle to their mouth, ever. You never see someone drinking beer, which I think is ridiculous. I mean, you show soda commercials and iced tea commercials or caffeinated drink commercials or energy drinks where everyone's like slamming it down, even though they're bad for you. But as crazy as this world is, in the United States, they don't let you see people drink. I think there may be one exception. I think Sam Adams. I think I saw one of their commercials where the glass gets very close to their lips, but you don't ever see them drink it. Colt 45's been around for a long time. Colt 45 is made by Odd Company. It's out of Milwaukee. Hellman Brewing Company. There's a couple other malt liquors I like. I like Private Stock. That one, when you twist the cap off, it's got a puzzle on top. Old English 800, another good beer. Malt, I mean, I like malt liquors. I'm not going to sit there and go, I'll never drink one of those things. I actually do like malt liquor. On occasion. What occasion? Pretty much any occasion. But I figure I had one of these last week, and I thought it was oh so delicious, so I'll try another one. I don't think there's a puzzle on this one. Nope, no puzzle. The malt liquor back in the day used to have icons attached to it. Like people like Billy D. Williams used to advertise Colt 45, and in the commercial he would hold the Colt 45 up in his hand, drink it, and say, Colt 45, it works every time. What do you think Billy D. was talking about? You have a Colt 45, you know what Billy D. Williams is talking about. It does work every time. No nonsense. Get you buzzed. So let's give it a taste. We're not going to find any fruit notes in here or grains of paradise or any of that malarkey. This is just malt liquor, man. You'll find malt liquors like Hurricane. This is disgusting. They smell like toilet water. Let's give it another good one. Yeah, I think the only ones I really like is Colt 45, Private Stock, Old English, St. Ides. St. Ides is okay too, but the thing about St. Ides, and I don't know why, they're both like the same alcohol content, but St. Ides will get you just blasted. I was working. It was a hot day, man. It was a hot day. The sun was blaring down on me. I think it was about 2,000 degrees, or at least it felt like it was 2,000 degrees. I worked all night running around, didn't have anything to eat, came home. I bought 2 bottles of St. Ides, and I was doing a little recreational smoking. We all know what that is, but we'll leave it out for the kiddies. And I drank two St. Ides so fast, like glunk, 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 glunk. Oh, it was so refreshing and so good. It felt so good in the lips. It was so cold. And I was watching a little TV, and I got this. We all know this feeling. It's a strange feeling. It's kind of hard to describe, but once you get it, you immediately know. I mean, you don't have to be a fortune teller or Nostradamus. You can predict the future in about 10 minutes what's going to happen. I was watching, I think it was Late Night with David Letterman, and all of a sudden, I got this feeling, and it wasn't a loving feeling, I'll tell you that. I got the feeling that things were going to go horribly wrong in a couple minutes. And I stood up, and the entire room went roar, roar, which never happened to me before. I was like, oh my God, I'm plowed. Plowed. And I sat back down, and I looked at my buddy. I'm like, dude. He looked at me like, bro, what the fuck? And I'm like, dude, it's on. It's so fucking on. I am hammered. He's like, you just drank those beers like 5 minutes ago. How could you be hammered? I'm like, trust me, I'm hammered. And I went to stand up again, and my knees buckled. I was like, whoa. So needless to say, about 10 minutes later, I was like laying in my bed, throwing up in my boot. But you know, that's how I roll. I'm a classy guy. I'm not afraid to admit it. So enough of the story. Let's have a little taste of what Billy Dee Williams says works every time. See, you got the little. It's not the rampant horse. This it looks like a bucking bronco or a Mustang with a horseshoe. So. That is good, man. A lot of the malt liquors, they have a very salty aftertaste, but I don't think Billy Dee Williams would steer me wrong. Yeah, I'll tell you, I always liked Billy Dee Williams. I thought he was smooth. There's only like certain singers in that genre that I thought were really smooth back in the day, and one of them was Billy Ocean. Remember Billy Ocean? Oh, he did that like I think Billy Dee Williams, wasn't he Lando Calrissian in Star Wars on Tatooine? I believe it was. I believe that's where he was. But where was I going with this? Billy Ocean. Billy Ocean kind of did like a rip-off of it in one of his videos. Trying to think what the name of the song was. Hold on, let me think. I gotta get the music going in my head. Gotta go back to the 80s. Stand by, we're going to 88 miles per hour. It was I Wanna Be Your Lover by Billy Ocean. I wanna be your lover, lover, lover. And I tell you, Billy Ocean was smooth. He was all dressed in white, doing this whole funky, like, Star Wars rip-off groove. And, tell you, man, he was hip. You know, the thing is, that wasn't rap, but rap back then, I just, or hip-hop or whatever, I thought it was more genuine. I guess it's the old guy opinion. Like, I remember my parents were like, turn that shit off. Oh, that fucking music you listen to is gonna make you start killing people. I understand where their head was at. I've become them. I listen to like gangster rap and like, ow, that bitch gonna give up the ass, or I'm gonna, I don't know, shoot it in her ear. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like music to me. So I guess I finally achieved that plateau of lameness where I'm like my parents, where I am completely uncool. But early hip hop, Run DMC, Ice Cube, Kool Moe Dee. I won't put Marky Mark in there because that's just nonsense. Remember Third Base? Third Base was a bunch of Jewish white kids, but they were really good. Who else? Public Enemy. I was a big Run DMC fan. To this day, I still am. Tougher Than Leather. Oh, God. Badass tunes. Who else? And that was different. Like, I could listen to that rap now, but the rap that they're putting out now, I don't know, I just can't listen. It just makes me want to go out and start carjacking people and robbing liquor stores and, I don't know, shooting people. It's just, I don't need that kind of trouble in my life. Who says music doesn't inspire you? Who else was really cool back then? Salt and Pepper. They did a lot of videos. Mary J. Blige. Remember Crisscross? Those kids used to wear their pants on backwards. There was a lot of one-hit wonders back then. It's been so long, it's hard to remember them all. But a lot of them. The thing about the rappers back then, they weren't shooting themselves and killing each other. I just don't understand where. This is another thing that I don't understand. I know they call me square and call me a honky, whatever. I don't get it. When rappers get a lot of money and fame, Why do they have to feel the need to shoot each other, mow each other down, for respect? I don't know how that goes, but, that's just what it looks like to me. Yeah, you don't ever see white guys doing this. You don't ever see, like, Peter Lemongello and Neil Diamond, like, gunning each other down back in the day, or, I don't know, Engelbert Humperdinck and Frank Sinatra, killing each other over some hoes and dough. I just don't get it. I always thought that once you have money, you don't have to do the hood rat shit. There's no need for it anymore because you're fucking rich. I just don't get it. You can take the rapper out of the hood, but you can't take the hood out of the rapper. I guess that's the way it goes. Almost went completely politically incorrect there. Now, I'm getting better. I caught my tongue. No offense, bros. Later.